Don't compromise on that thing or that person all because of comfortability. It's easy to get comfortable in a place where you settle for something that you don't really want or someone that you really don't want. But just because that person or that thing is right there, it's easy to settle for that thing.
It's not that I don't want you here.
Welcome to my channel. It's Natoya, and I'm back again with another video. But before I go anywhere, before I say anything, before we do anything, I'm gonna pray. Father, I thank you again for another day, for your grace and your undeniable mercy. I thank you that you have allowed this person that is sitting on the other end of the screen to be here. I pray that whatever you need to say would be said. Speak through me and let them see you and not me. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. Today we are going to be talking about knowing when it's time to let go. These tips, I really hope that it helps y'all, because I didn't know when it was time to let go until I knew it was time to let go.
There were things that I actively ignored. I was just like, oh, hey, I see that red flag, but I'm just going to ignore you today.
Girl, get your life, okay? No.
I actively saw flags and I walked away from them. And it's when I got fed up of constantly putting me on the back burner. I was like, yeah, this is not working for me anymore.
I can no longer ignore
these red flags that I keep seeing and acting like it's not popping up everywhere. I'm finna do. My first point, you gotta make up your mind. You have to make up your mind to let go. Nobody cannot make up your mind for you. You gotta make up your mind. If you know that woman, that friend, that man is not treating you the way that you're supposed to be treated or the way that you see yourself, I'm like, I'm a 10, I'm this, I'm that, I'm supposed to be treated this way, and they're not. Please excuse yourself out of my life. Thank you.
Thank you for your services.
Thank you. Goodbye. And it's not that easy. It's really not that easy. Like, I'm making light out of it, but it's not that easy. Like, I fully understand that it's not that easy. Sometimes it's really a tugging away at your spirit. Sometimes it's like you feel like your heart is like breaking into 1,000,001 pieces, and it's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do without this person? What am I gonna do without my best friend? What am I gonna do without this man, without this woman? Life will go on. You know what happens? You move on and you find the strength eventually to pick up the pieces and keep going. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. It took me 5 years. 5 years to start to heal, to start the healing process, to letting that person really go. I mean, I told him he has to go, that I wasn't no longer going to deal with his foolishness. But me closing the door and actually wanting to heal from that situation and not be angry about it anymore, it took me 5 years. So understand that I'm making light of it, but I understand because I walked in your shoes. I know what you're feeling. I know what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? So make up your mind. Make up your mind. It's hard. If you gotta cry, if you gotta write a letter, make a video, sing a song, sing a song, go dance in the rain, child, whew, whatever you gotta do. Cut your hair off, because I did that too. Woo.
I tried to change it with my hand.
Whatever you gotta do to make up your mind that this person is not for you and you gotta walk away, do it. My next point, when you make that decision to walk away from that person, you gotta realize that you no longer can hold on to dead weight. Holding on to that situation, holding on to that situationship, I'm getting in your business. Holding on to that situationship, holding on to that person, it's holding on to dead weight. What happens when you hold on to dead weight? You're left stuck and stagnant. Leads me to my next point. Do not compromise. When you know you're in a situation that no longer serves you, you got to make that decision to walk away. And when you make that decision to walk away from it, don't say, well, you know, even though we're not together anymore, even though we're not friends anymore, even though, like, there is no if, ands, or buts about it. If you compromise, that means that you're not loving yourself the way you need to be loved. If you're entertaining a friendship or relationship that doesn't produce fruit, you're not growing, you're not learning from each other, that means you're compromising. You don't want to be in that place. You can't progress. Like, if you have a plan to have a hair salon one day, or a nail salon, a beauty bar, let's call it that, or you have a plan to have like an auto shop or an event hall, or you want to be an event stylist or something like that, and you're stuck in this relationship, you can't even think straight to plan your own stuff because you're so concerned and consumed in this relationship that's not serving you. If you're not growing emotionally, mentally, as a person, as an individual, that relationship no longer serves you. Do not compromise. You deserve so much better than that. If nobody doesn't tell you, let me be the first one to tell you. You deserve so much more than what you're putting up with. Do not compromise. It's time to walk away. When you make the decision to walk away and you say, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not holding on to dead weight. I'm not going to compromise my needs, my aspirations and dreams in life for this friendship, this man, this woman anymore. You're going to start to feel, you could start to feel resistance.
Oh my God! Wow!
Why can I not speak today? You could start to feel some resistance, and it's going to be like, well, did I make the right decision? Did I do the right thing? Or that person could try to come in and sweet talk you and be like, you know what, best friend, you know, I was really out here thinking like, you know, you was right when you really told me like, we're not going nowhere in our friendship anymore, you know. Or the guy, you know, babe, I really love you, and I'm sorry that I wasn't the man that I was supposed to be to you before, but you would give me another chance. I'll try. And then you're like, but wait, I love them. I love my best friend, or I love this man, or I love this woman, and they're telling me now what I always wanted to hear. Did I make the right decision?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you did. Think about all the times when you pleaded with them to do X. Think about all the times when you're like, friend, you're doing this to me and it hurts. Friend, I don't appreciate that you do this. Babe, you're doing this and it hurts me. Can we sit down and talk? And they wouldn't even give you that. But now
all of a sudden,
when you're like, bye, it's like, oh, no, come back. No. Which ties into my next point. Do not settle for the counterfeit. Now, in my previous video, I touched on the counterfeit briefly. If you didn't see that video, check it out.
Yeah, get into it.
Circling back, sorry. Do not settle for the counterfeit. That that manipulative. Oh, I cannot speak today, child. That manipulative behavior is unacceptable. You telling me that all of a sudden now when I'm like, I'm out, you want to come back and be like, I got it together. No, if you didn't have it then you don't got it now. And if you had it all along, that just really shows me you didn't care about me. So, bye. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still stuck on the fact that it took me that long to say that word. Wow. That's crazy. Woo. All right, let me reel it back because this is a lot.
Few moments later.
Do not settle for the counterfeit, because that's manipulation. There we go, got the word. That is definitely them trying to reel you back in and suck you back into toxicity. Like, we don't have time for that. We're growing. We're out here growing and healing. We're not doing that. Okay? Period. If you see the red flag, don't be like, oh, hi, red flag. How are you today? Excuse me? And I'm not saying if you see one flag, okay, just be like, you know, I got to go. Because you're not, don't do that. If you see something that makes you uncomfortable in your spirit, address it. Let them know, hey, this triggers me, friend. This triggers me. Babe, this triggers me. And if they here we go again. If they consistently try to act like your feelings don't matter and they don't care about what you're trying to address, you gotta go. You got to go. You gotta go. I remember my ex and I had already broken up, and the year after we broke up, he was trying to get back together with me. He got to New York. He said that we were going to have a conversation about where we sit in our relationship. And I said to myself, if this man goes this entire time without speaking to me or even bringing up, hey, we got to talk. I know we said we were going to talk. Who taking who back? Oh, no, honey. My heart is not a yo-yo. That's what we not finna do. Period. We're not gonna do that. I'm not one of them little girls out there, and it's not shade to the girls out there. They just don't know better. It's all right. It's okay. One day. I'm not one of these girls out here that's gonna let you play like that. They have girls out there that don't know themselves yet, and they're not sure of themselves, or they have girls out there that like to play like that. I'm not one of them. She's not me. I'm not her.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
We're not doing that. And I remember on his way back, wherever he was staying at the time, I called him, and I remember having a pit in my stomach because I was like, ooh, this is going to be a really uncomfortable conversation. And he was so happy and chipper, and he was like, I'm happy I came to New York, da-da-da. And I'm just like, oh, okay, all right. Oh, this is awkward. And it took a lot out of me. But I more or less said to him, like, you don't care on how your behavior affects me, and that's a problem for me. You don't care if what you say and what you do and the things that I see over social media, how it affects me. Don't ask me why I still have my ex on social media, child. I don't know. I was being nosy. But I didn't know that I should not have put myself in that position to still see things that he was doing because we weren't together. I was just like, well, one day he'll see me over here in the corner and he'll figure it out and say, you know what? I made a mistake. I'm going to choose her. Lies they tell. Okay? No. At the end of that conversation, I let him know politely, respectfully, that I was choosing me. Because he wanted to do whatever he wanted to do, then have me on the side whenever things fall apart. That's what we're not going to do. And I don't know who on the other end of this video is experiencing that same thing, but let me tell you, get out of it. Don't even procrastinate no more. Get out of it. Don't even play like that. You're hurting yourself when you put yourself in a constant state of hoping. They're selling you a dream. If you're with if you have a friendship or you're in a relationship and that person, you tell this person like, this is hurting me, that's hurting me, or I don't appreciate the fact that you do this, and they're still like, okay, well, we'll work on it, we're getting the baby steps, and they don't do anything to progress. Stop trying to make them fit. Whoever is for you will be for you. And trust me, it hurts to lose friends. I've lost countless friends throughout the years. People I thought that was really down for me, but I was down for them, but they weren't really down for me. They had a whole nother motive. I thought they was here to uplift and to build friendship, and they was just here to gain. And you don't ever want to be in a position where someone is just using you to one up. That's not cool. Stop trying to fit that man or that woman into a place that they don't fit. You ever play Operation and it's like you take the little tweezer thing and you try to fit the little organ into this little space that they have, and if you put it in and it don't fit, that's what happens every time you decide to stay with a person, whether it's friendship, relationship, whatever it is, that does not fit the criteria of who you are and what your standards and what you want. That's what happens every time. They will miss the mark every single time. Let it go. Let it go. Just don't settle. Don't settle. Do not compromise who you are. Do not compromise what you have. There's a lot of people that want more for themselves. There's a lot of people that be like, God, if I just get out of this, I promise I'm gonna do this. Whatever that promise is, hold your end up of the bargain. When God sends help, take the help. Don't be like, God, that's not how I want this help. That's not how I want us to get out this relationship. That's not how I want us to get out this friendship. If you're asking for help and he sends that help, if you're asking for a way out of the situation and it comes in whatever form it comes, take it. Do not settle for counterfeit friends. Do not settle for counterfeit men. Do not settle for counterfeit women. Whatever your promise was, or whatever the promise is that God gave you, you know what it is. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for safe. Not because, oh, this person, I've been with this person for so long. I had this friendship since I was 5. They know everything about me. It feels safe. That's my comfort. That's my safety blanket. That's my day one. So, I have had friends that when I tell you we were like family, do you hear me? Like family. I'm Guyanese. We say Bati and Po. Okay? Like we was close. Frickin' frack. Okay? The anger that I felt. The pain that I felt. So I know when I'm saying don't settle. Don't settle. Don't allow that person to take your years. I'm not saying that when you get in your ideal friendship or when you get into your ideal relationship that everything that you want, you're going to get that. Because life is about compromise. You may not get everything that you want, but the most important thing is for someone to take into consideration your feelings and to take into consideration things that trigger you. And if you're with a person or you have a friendship where the person is actively doing things to trigger you,
it is time to walk away.
I'm telling you this because my ex, he was better than the guy I was with before. And he had a lot of good qualities in him, better than the other guy. But he really was not just what I wanted, or even better, what I needed. So I don't know who that's for, like I said, but whatever the promise is that you was given, whatever your purpose is, don't compromise on that thing or that person, all because of comfortability. It's easy to get comfortable in a place where you settle for something that you don't really want or someone that you really don't want. But just because that person or that thing is right there, it's easy to settle for that thing or that person. Don't do that. because it's gonna push you back. It's gonna trip you up. Settling and staying in a place where you're not supposed to be anymore, it's going to hold you back. It will hold you back. You may sit down and think to myself, dang, I don't even know why my life is going like this. I don't even know why I look like this. It's because you haven't let go. It's because you haven't walked away. Give that thing to God. That's what I have to say. Give it to God. Whatever it is, it could be your friendship that you realize now that you really don't even need to have anymore, your relationship with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. Give it back to God and say, I'm sorry that I ignored the red flags. I'm sorry that I allowed myself to stay in this situation. And don't beat yourself up about it. Let me just go ahead and tell you that. Do not beat yourself up about it, because I did that and it doesn't serve you any purpose. It serves you no purpose when you beat yourself up. Oh my gosh, I wasted 10 years of my life. Oh, I wasted 5 years of my life. It's a part of your story. When you get out on the other side, you will see that it's a part of your story. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's okay. I'm done talking because I talked a whole lot. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys get a kiki out of it. I love you guys, and thank you so much for why am I about to say providing? Well, providing your your love and your support. Please like, comment, and share, and I will see you in the next one. Subscribe. Yes, subscribe. Oh, I forgot. Please subscribe to this channel. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
It's not that I don't want you.